some distractions this week. What did you sense was the mindset in here today? Were they rallying up?
I don't know. You don't want to get that from me. I'm here for Urban, here for the kids. There's a lot of kids on the roster that I know. I'm pretty certain they know the magnitude of what's going on. You know, so I look for them to put on a good show. You know, it's a big time bowl game. You know, being Orange Bowl. We haven't played in a whole bunch of Orange Bowls, so I don't think the kids would take it for granted.
Did you talk to the kids at all? Have you spoken to the team?
No, not. I spoke to them earlier in the year, but not today. I mean, Urban, I think they're used to seeing me with Urban, so it's really not that big of a deal. But I'll probably be at practice the rest of the week too, so you know, I don't know what's going to happen. Whatever Urban tells me, like.
Cris, what's your impression of Sammy Watkins when you watch him play? You've seen him play.
Oh, he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. If he's not the #1 receiver in this year's draft, he could be number two receiver. Versatility. They give him the ball on the move too. Very seldom you ever see him with his back to the line of scrimmage. So they get him. You know, he's a Florida kid too. So I mean, he can flat out run with the football. There's guys who are fast, and there's guys fast with the football. And he's really, you know, and Dabo and them do a great job of play calling. Also, #1 opposite him. I mean, they're going to have their hands full with those two wide receivers.
What is the key to I mean, obviously you were a wide receiver. What is the key to throttling a guy like Sammy Watkins? If the fact that you can do that.
Well, in this game, you really want to try to slow him down, and you want to try to force the quarterback into some tight throws because they're going to catch some balls. They're going to make some yardage against the Buckeyes defense, but trying to get turnovers and trying to hold them to field goals. If they're able to do that, that's how you're able to win.
Cris, this situation is kind of like what you guys had in '86. You lose to Michigan.
86.
Texas A&M in the Cotton Bowl, one of your biggest games. Just what did you guys gain by going down there and finishing on a high note?
I can't even lie and tell you I remember the mentality. Like, I just know every bowl game, I always wanted to be the best player on the field. So every bowl game from the Rose Bowl, I had one of my coaches mention that to me as USC was taking the field, that he thought that I could be the best player on the field. So after that, the other 2 bowl games I played in, that was my only mentality. Get better in the 15, 20 practices you get. And I don't think much has changed for these kids. It's a great opportunity. Bowl season, it's special, especially after what happened to us, what we come through the last couple years. So I think that it's still a great reward. You know, even though we could have been a national championship game, it's a great reward for how they persevered for the last 2 years.
How's Duran getting along? Is he playing in Canada right now?
Yeah, he's doing great.
How did his season go up there?
It went well. It went well. He had a big year. Looking forward. He's got a 2-year contract. Him and Troy Smith playing together. Have a good time together. Spend a lot of time. So he's very, 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 very pleased with being in Montreal. And especially, there's a couple, you know, friends he has on the football team, and Troy being one of them.
And Cris, did you know much about Joey Bosa being from St. Thomas? He played there before he came to Ohio State.
I mean, I do coach there.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but he's on the other side of the ball. I mean, I didn't know. You know him as a kid, obviously.
Do you know Joey Bosa? Have you known him since the first day? When you saw him the first day, what'd you think?
I didn't know he'd be starting.
So you think I walked past him like 4 years and like, I wonder what this kid's gonna do. Like I wonder, like.
But did you think he had the ability to have this kind of impact as a freshman?
That's the only reason why you leave Florida, is that you don't really leave for any other reason unless you can make an impact on a big program like Ohio State. And you don't leave Miami, Florida State, and you just don't do that. So, yes, we have 7 guys in the NFL, more than any high school team has ever had in the NFL. So we're used to having a lot of pros, and Joey Bosa will be a pro. Am I shocked? No, by no stretch of the imagination.
What about his little brother? Will he be a pro?
Oh! I can't say it because Joey will get mad, but the little brother might be better than Joey. They're good. They're really good. Nicky Bosa is a very good freaking football player. He's the best player on our team now, and he's a sophomore.
And out of a program like that, do you feel like, I mean, are those kids more prepared than?
I mean, we have 40 kids playing D1 football. We won a couple national championships. We had 2 coaches in the last 35 years. They do things the right way. I mean, it's the most rewarding thing I do is coach high school football. I get paid money for doing other stuff, but the most rewarding thing that I do is coach at high school, and I only coach at St. Thomas. So we have great kids. I've been knowing Joey and his family since Joey was in middle school. So I've been watching him play since he was in the 5th grade. So not surprised at all. Not surprised at all.
It's been
Thanks, Cris.
kind of an important program for Ohio State, too. Where do you feel like St. Thomas and
Ohio State have kind of gotten on the same page.
I don't know, just coincidence. Were you with the NCAA? Coincidence.
It's been a while since your Hall of Fame speech, but I'm from Canton, saw the speech, one of the best speeches I've seen. How much feedback have you gotten since then from people on that?
I mean, it's been phenomenal, especially from the Buckeye people. Just, I mean, you don't know what's going to happen. Like, you really don't. And people are just a little, I think they're surprised I feel that way about Ohio State. I mean, like, I don't know why, but, you know, but people are surprised I feel that way about Ohio State and how I carved out the speech that had Ohio State involved in it a lot. So it's just that I don't mince my words. What I say, I really mean. And that's what it meant to me. And what I learned there is priceless. I mean, they didn't teach me how to play football in the NFL. I learned how to play football for the Buckeyes. Now, when I got to the NFL, they enhanced everything I had. But I learned to play and learned to study the game and learned to love the game by being a Buckeye. You know, so for me, that's where it really, really started for me. It's the first time I really only played one sport, too, was when I played for the Buckeyes.